Has this ever happened to you in a training? Being stuck in a meeting room for ages? Or scrolling through an endless PowerPoint presentation? Fear not! With today's technology, trainings can be fun and engaging. Virtual reality, or VR for short, can be non-immersive, where a filter is applied to the physical world, or fully immersive, where you are brought into the virtual world. Companies are already investing in VR trainings because they let you
practice in safe environments to prepare you for things like this voice change, expose you to various common situations, and rehearse again and again. As technology continues to advance, VR systems are becoming more affordable and widely applied in various settings. But the big question is, are they effective? Well, let's find out what the literature says.
We looked at recent literature to see what the researchers have learned, who can benefit from the VR training, and the components to include if you're trying to create your own VR training. We digested these 16 articles for you. And here's what we found. Drum roll, please.
Well, one of our research questions was, are virtual reality trainings effective? Well, let's break down effective. To be considered effective, the training needed to meet two particular criteria. It needed to show efficacy, which simply means that the individual was able to perform the skill within the training environment, and generality, which just means that the individual was able to perform the skill to a mastery criteria in a completely new environment. That's it. Our research showed that all 16 articles found that efficacy occurred within those studies, and all of the studies that examined generality found that that occurred within those particular studies as well. The studies with generality found that that occurred either through direct observation within the natural environment, role play, or some third-party reporting. That's pretty cool. So what did we learn from our research? Well, on top of being actually pretty affordable, VR trainings can be effective. Although we also did learn that more studies need to focus on generality in the future, so note to us future researchers, or current researchers, wherever you stand on the spectrum. So, let's also move into who can benefit from this VR contraption.
Our literature review showed a large demographic of people, from children to adults to typically developing people to people with disabilities. Why does this matter? The wide range in demographics shows that VR can be used with practically everyone. We also noticed VR was being used to teach professional skills like classroom management, social skills like play skills, and safety skills like CPR and fire safety. Wow! VR is so versatile, there's something for everyone. Now that we know these trainings work, let's see what makes them work.
Hi there. First, let's talk about the gold standard for training, that being Behavior Skills Training, or BST for short. Now, BST is comprised of four main components. First being instruction, which is telling the learner the behavior that they need to engage in. Second is modeling, showing the learner what the behavior looks like. Third is rehearsal. This is where you allow the learner the opportunity to practice the behavior. And lastly, we have feedback, which is telling the learner what they did well and what they need to improve on. As you can see, we have listed out the 4 steps of BST on the left and listed out each unique VR training found in our articles on the top. The components of BST were provided either through the virtual environment, with human trainers, or both. We found that some of the researchers incorporated all 4 components of BST within the virtual environment. We also noticed that sometimes researchers weren't providing us the information regarding the delivery of certain components. Fortunately, as previously mentioned, all of the trainings were shown to be efficacious in teaching behavior skills. Now, this could potentially mean that trainers who are seeking to utilize virtual reality can have the flexibility in how they wish to provide each component of BST, whether that be in person with a human trainer or in a virtual environment. And for those who are interested in creating standalone trainings, VR is a great new medium to explore.
Long story short, VR trainings are effective. Lots of people can benefit because non-immersive VR is affordable and accessible. Most importantly, behavioral skills training can be done completely in VR. So, what will you do with a VR training?